Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wayfinder.
Can you hear me? Quickly, follow my voice.
I almost thought this was another cutscene. Look at how they animated these effects. They look like something from an animated film. That's pretty cool.
Skylight needs you. Take the shard.
I remember. I am Niss, the Blade of Shadows. My people are the Deep Eldrin, ancient and wise, forgotten by the world above. But they have been lured down a dark path by treacherous spirits. When my clan refused to kneel, our people turned against us. Only I survived. Now this darkness is swallowing the world, but it cannot conquer me. I am the Blade of Shadows, and I will bring death to false gods who have broken this world.
Praise the architects. I thought we'd lost you. We need to get you back to Skylight. There's no time to explain. You're trapped within the gloom. But with that shard, you can cut through the shadows. You must move quickly. I will guide you as best I can.
Alright, well, as you can see, I've chosen to start my game with Niss. Light attacks to dish out a flurry of quick blows and build your combo. I am using an Xbox One controller. This is playable with mouse and keyboard as well, but I thought that I'd check out the controller, see how it goes. Heavy attacks with Y. Sprint. Dodge with B. Okay. Parry at just the right time to stagger. I'm never good at parrying in games.
Greater dangers wait in the shadows ahead. Be quick, but be careful.
Sprinting, dodging, blocking, and parrying all cost stamina while in combat. If you run out of stamina, you'll be unable to perform these. Okay, so stamina lower left.
You're bound to this layer of gloom. You must find the anchor and destroy it.
Really nice animation so far. Flourish points with every 4th consecutive melee attack. Use a heavy attack to spend all flourish points performing increasing. Oh, hold that thought. Blade dance meter is full. Use your weapon ability to spin through daggers.
You can cut through the barrier. Focus. Channel your power through the shard.
Three basic abilities. Oh.
You're close to the anchor, the heart of this shadow. You must move quickly before it senses your presence.
The almost 2D animated film style effects are really cool. Get more info on your abilities and active buffs, debuffs in the character status menu. So LB plus AP by 2% stack. Okay. And then passives. Dodge while in the air to perform an air dash. Cover more. That should come in handy.
It is the anchor of this gloom shadow. You must destroy it. It summoned protection. Prepare yourself.
He seems upset. I don't know what I just did.
Shadow step. The anchor is vulnerable. Focus your power through the shard. Destroy it. The path is clear, but the shadow is collapsing. Quickly, enter the portal. At last. Come. We have much to discuss.
Now we're talking. Oh, that music. Oh man, that music. Who's cutting onions in here? Holy cow.
Following the fall, it was Wolf who rallied former soldiers and farmers alike, training our watchers and rangers. He never wanted to be in command, but we need him to lead. Recent events have given rise to a new threat. My friend, it is so good to see you again. I thought we'd lost you forever.
Oh, no more Niss VO? Your omen. I remember a battle.
Don't worry. Your memories will return in time. That battle took place a year ago, and you were lost in the gloom. We've been trying to bring you back ever since. Let me show you. The
Please do.
Eldrin attack was a distraction. The beacon was always the target. We pushed past them and found the creature who was leading the attack. And you did what needed to be done. You fought to the bitter end. And your sacrifice bought me the time we needed. There's so much we don't yet know about the beacon. But its power protects this city. It destroyed our enemies and stopped the Gloom Tear from expanding. We couldn't close the Gloom Gate. But as long as the beacon remains lit, our enemies can't pass through it. And in the year that followed, we've studied it, learned more about this gloom, learned how to bring you back. We survived thanks to you. But the damage is done. Skylight is safe and the land around it. But beyond the Highlands, reality is collapsing into the gloom. There may be other beacons, other places that repel the invaders. The only way to find out is to cut a path through the gloom. And for that, we need Wayfinders. We need you.
Well, one thing's for sure, they spared no expense on the voice acting. I think that's, is it Charisse Booth? She played Sojourn in Overwatch 2, I think. I could be wrong. Let's see. Your sacrifice and that of the others bought me the time I needed to light the beacon, and the beacon's light holds the gloom at bay. It's the only reason we're alive.
We still don't know. A year ago, the Eldrin attacked us and extinguished the beacon, and it was then that the gloom began to spread. It corrupts and consumes reality. The beacon protects us, but beyond its light, the gloom has swallowed the world, leaving only shadows and chaos. We don't know if anyone else has survived. That's why we need you. You survived in the gloom. You can do it again. With the tools you've been given, you can cut through its shadows. You must be a Wayfinder. We still know so little about the gloom, and so much of the world has been lost to it. We need you to enter the Lost Zones, to find a path through the shadows. You've been through an ordeal. I shouldn't burden you with this now. It's best you see what's left of Skylight and meet other Seekers. You were a Seeker once. You've just forgotten. Before the Gloomfall, we investigated ancient mysteries. Now it's the Seekers who are working to keep Skylight and its people alive.
Where should I begin?
Go to the Great Hall, up above the plaza. Wolf will want to meet you. We'll talk again after you've met with him and Lord Halar.
You awoke in a deadly realm of shadows to the sound of Omen's voice. With her guidance and the focusing shard, you were able to fight your way back to Skylight. But much has happened in your absence. I was only mostly dead. Oh, man. I see some exploration in my future. I am a sucker for scenery. I gotta know. Now we know. Oh, there's some good ambience already. Alright, so we need to go enter the Great Hall, but man, I just want to look around. Landmark discovered. The map viewer is where you can track your location and fast travel. Okay. That should come in handy. There's so many things to look at. There's just so much attention to detail. Oh man, this music is hitting me something fierce. I love it. I think Gareth Coker did the soundtrack. The puddles. People make fun of me for admiring puddles in video games. And there's a reason for that. It's because to me, it's one of those little attentions to detail that is in some ways unnecessary, but that you know when you see it, it means that the artists took time to add things that help breathe life into a world. And yeah, so that's why I'm always blown away by things like that. Gosh, all the colors. The lighting.
Take a breath while you've the chance. Wayfinder.
Space Marines. I mean...
Welcome, Wayfinder. You honor us with your presence. I fought the Eldrin during the attack, just as you did. But it was your sacrifice that saved Skylight.
It's all still a blur to me. Who are you?
Wolf. Before the fall, I was an officer of the Avar Imperium. Now I command our forces, such as they are. There are all too many threats. Shrikes, breaches. But you'll see for yourself soon enough. We will have much to discuss in the days ahead, and we'll have quarters for you soon enough. Much of Skylight was devastated in the attack. The builders are working as quickly as they can. You have more important work ahead of you. But for now, find Lord Halar outside of the Great Hall. He'll get you ready for the tasks that lie ahead.
Alright, Wolf. It was Wolf, right? Oh man, this is a proper tavern. Look at this. What happens if I interact? There's so much life. It feels genuine and believable. Look at this guy getting down. I love this level of detail.
Wayfinder.
Can't order any drinks?
Wayfinder.
She sounds kind of familiar. Oh man, I could get lost here for hours. Look at the skybox. The clouds. Can I interact with this? Oh, I can't use that yet. Maybe I need to do some questing. Oh, the lighting too. The lighting is so good. The hollow. All right, fine. I guess I'll do a quest. Echo Matrix. Lord Halar.
You are always welcome here.
That's good to know.
The new Wayfinder. Delightful. I am Lord Halar. As you know, my lands and the Dominion itself have been swallowed by the gloom. But even now, especially now, names matter. I lead the Arcanists among the Seekers. By necessity, we have focused our efforts on restoring Skylight. But it is my studies of the gloom that can help you, not my knowledge of arcanic illumination.
I've always wanted to know more about the gloom. See? What can you tell me about the gloom?
What we know for certain is that the gloom alters flora and fauna, and never for the better. Where it lingers, it can consume entire regions, leaving only shadows in the gloom. What we call lost zones.
So is that a bad thing?
You were consumed by the gloom, but you survived. Now you have the power to shape it, to some degree. The shard you've been given focuses this gift. Only a Wayfinder can enter a lost zone. But this is just a glimmer of your full potential. If you can enforce your will upon the gloom, perhaps one day we can undo the damage that has been done. But I can only tell you of the gloom. Omen can show you. Return to her, near the Gloom Gate, Wayfinder. She will guide you in the next steps of your journey.
Assuming we'll learn about that later. Back to the bacon.
It's good to see you, old friend. The gloom is consuming our world. Our beacon holds it at bay, but much was lost before it was lit. Beyond Skylight, you will find breaches where the gloom has ripped away pieces of our world.
A gloom breach?
Using the focusing shard, you can pass through breaches to reach a shadow of what was lost, what we call lost zones. These are unstable and unpredictable, reflecting what was or what might have been. We're running out of time. The gloom is breaking down our defenses, and we don't know how to stop it. We need you to explore the lost zones, to find a way to fight the gloom and reclaim our world.
Sounds like a plan.
I do know the large gate behind me is the key. In theory, you can reach any lost zone through this gate. In practice, there are limitations.
What do you mean?
Usually, you must find and enter a breach directly to access a lost zone for the first time. After that, you can access it and any other breach you found through this gate. But you can't just stumble into a breach. You need a connection to the lost zone to guide you through it. This might mean finding an object from the zone or experiencing an event tied to it. For now, I have a single connection I can share with you. The Codex Halls of Aurelian. There. Go to the gate. Follow the connection I have given you and return to the gloom. The shard you've been using is an incomplete tool. Find a Codex Ember in the gloom. Then we can transform your focusing shard into a full gloom dagger, allowing you to harness your full potential.
The world has fallen to darkness. But the survivors in Skylight have banded together to form the Seekers. You met with the Seekers members at Omen's behest. New emote, thumbs up. New emote, thumbs down. What is this, one of my YouTube videos? Titles. Enter the ruins through the Gloom Gate.
This is a lost zone. It's not a perfect replica of the world that was. It's a dream inspired by what was lost. When you return here again, everything, the layout, the creatures within it, may change. This lost zone is tied to Aurelian, a fortress monastery of the Avar Order of the Silver Codex. The Codex monks were conducting arcane research, and we need to know more about them. Aurelian was raised by raiders from the maze years before the Gloomfall. You'll need to establish your own connection to it.
I feel weaker than I was before.
Yes. It was a miracle that we could pull you back to Skylight. But like your memories, some of your skills were lost. Don't worry. It will all come back to you in time.
Oh, I'm gonna worry.
This connection I've provided is temporary and unpredictable. Look for a Codex Ember. With it, you can turn your shard into a full gloom dagger and establish your own connections. I can't guide you when you go deeper. To escape, you'll need to find the heart of this lost zone, the anchor, and destroy it. This weakens the gloom and lets us harvest its energy through your shard. Explore as thoroughly as you can. We need the supplies and knowledge you may find, and exploration may grant you connection to other lost zones. Now go, and good luck.
Asking me to explore? Not a problem.
Another battle lies ahead.
Approach a waypoint to unlock it as a checkpoint. You can also fast travel between unlocked waypoints via the map. Always up for a dungeon run. Oh, hey. Kill enemies, complete events. Hold that thought.
Let us rise.
Ooh, shinies. Expedition rewards. Kill enemies, complete events, and explore the area to gather arc light and receive more rewards when you complete the expedition. But be careful. Every 2 deaths will drain your arc light and lock you out of additional potential rewards. So I won't be getting any rewards, is what you're saying. A lot of pop-ups. Just trying to get all the shinies here before we move ahead. Man, I love the lighting. They definitely nailed it. I don't think visuals are going to be a complaint for me when it comes to playing this. I think that room's cleared out. Object in the middle of a wide open room? What could go wrong?
Death comes swiftly.
Is there anything else here? I don't think so. Slicer and Dicer. Oh, hi. I should probably scope out my inventory. You gonna come out? Oh, I thought something was casting spells at me. I still hear some sort of shimmery sound. Wait. Oh. Secrets. These places aren't procedural, are they? Procedurally generated? Look too good. Be cool if they were, but I don't know. I think they look too good to probably be. Oh man.
Death comes swiftly. Shadows. Disappointing.
Get all the shinies. There's a sense of urgency, but collecting treasure is generally priority number one.
What is this? Something new. Something interesting.
Who's there?
I hear an echo in the darkness. You have promised, yes. But you don't have what I need. No? Go ahead.
Whoops, sorry.
Run along home. I'll be watching you, Wayfinder.
Oh, this music is choice. Yeah, visually too, with all the lighting, just... Bring the Codex Ember to Lord Halar.
If you head out into the field, do say hello to my granddaughter for me, would you? Tell me, how are you feeling? Are your limbs working as you expect them to? Does your body feel reliably solid?
Could be better. I feel fine. Why do you ask?
As a Wayfinder, you aren't just a creature of flesh and blood. You shaped your body from the gloom, and it's your will that holds it together. It's remarkable. Because of this, you have powers you don't yet understand. Think to your recent battles. Have you seen flares of energy flowing from your fallen enemies?
Yes. Actually, I have.
These are echoes, fragments of the spiritual essence of your enemy, traces of who they were. As a Wayfinder, you can fuse the echoes of your enemies into your own form. As you progress, you'll learn how to weave echoes into your weapons and even your relics. This is a crucial tool that can dramatically increase your power. I urge you to experiment with it.
Well, as long as you're urging. About the Gloom Dagger.
The Silver Codex studied ways to manipulate arcane energies. We can use the ember you recovered from Aurelian to create your Gloom Dagger, and to establish your own connection to the ruins. You see, the shard you claimed in the gloom is a rough and imperfect tool. You need to make it a true extension of yourself, a blade that can cut through reality. Use the Echo Matrix to combine the ember and the shard. Visualize the shape of your dagger. You can draw on the threads of the gloom and make your vision real. Try it.
Sounds easy enough. You explored your first lost zone and recovered the ember needed to forge your own connection to Aurelian. Did I pronounce that correctly? Yet before escaping, there was a strange presence which seemed to recognize you.
Shadow Dark, I bid you welcome.
Use the Echo Matrix. Alright, what do we got here? Gloom Dagger is ready. Added to Armory. Okay, so we can't do anything with these yet. Yeah, I love these little animations that they have here.
Excellent, yes. Let me inspect it and make sure your work is complete. Storm and perfectly done. woven from the pure elements of magic and drawn into reality. Now you have what you need to explore lost zones on your own. Let's review that procedure.
Let's.
To reach a lost zone, you need 3 things. A breach that serves as an entrance, a gloom dagger that can cut a path through the shadows, and a connection to the place consumed by the gloom. A connection can take the form of an object, such as the ember now bound to your dagger, or something more abstract, such as a memory or experience. You now have a gloom dagger, and through the ember you have a connection to the Codex halls. So, what is it you are missing, Wayfinder? Have you been listening?
Can you repeat everything after let's review? A gloom breach?
Yes, just so. You need to find the point at which this area collapsed. You must search the Highlands for a sheet of gloom energy, a hole in the world. Once you've found it, use your dagger to carve a path. Explore what lies beyond, and destroy the anchor of that shadow. Thereafter, you will be able to reach Aurelian through the gloom gate here.
There you are. Your gloom dagger is connected to the beacon of Skylight. Aside from being an invaluable tool for exploring the gloom, it also allows us to communicate through the link.
I heard another voice in Aurelian. Was that you?
A voice in the gloom? No, that wasn't me. I warned you that the connection would be unstable. Remain alert, but I'm sure it was just some manifestation of the chaos.
These daggers, the shard, where did they come from?
Lord Halar and I spent much of this last year refining the daggers as we sought to retrieve you from the gloom. As for the shards, that's a tale for another time. But now, I need you to return to the Codex halls. We need to know more about the work of the Silver Codex. I always thought they were peaceful, devoted sages. Now, I'm not so sure. Our work suggests they were experimenting with a sinister force that may have been the gloom, decades before the Gloomfall. This work could help us push back the gloom, or reconnect our world. As before you leave Skylight, I need you to bind your dagger to the signal fires here. This will strengthen your connection to the beacon and help you move quickly across the region. Once that's done, take the lift down to the Highlands and find Warden Haas. She's in charge of our defenses. I will offer guidance when I can.
With Halar's help, your gloom dagger has been refined and you have forged a connection to the ruins of the Codex halls, but to enter the Lost Zone, you'll need to find the breach tied to it in the Highlands.
Shadow, you look a fright.
Light the signal fire in Market Row. Speak to Omen in Skylight. Well, I might as well do that because she's right here.
Food, construction materials, God's blood. We are running low on so many vital supplies. We need the Rangers to redouble their salvaging operations.
Oh, Omen's done talking too. When we pull someone back from the gloom, the process is rarely perfect. One consequence of this are the gaps in your memory. It's a terrible thing to lose your sense of being. I believe it's time we started putting you back together. Your dagger can not only clear a path through the gloom, but also a path to your memories, to yourself. It may be easier to show you. I've allowed you to temporarily access a memory of mine. Go on, you should be able to see it. Are you absolutely certain there's nothing we can do? I've exhausted every approach. Every time you stray from the beacon, you destabilize. I'm afraid you must remain, and I should have read that faster.
Skylight has need of you, my friend.
That was a memory of mine, and we were able to experience it because it's in a location that resonates strongly with me. Your dagger can not only shape order from chaos, but also physically manifest memories of your past and the present. If you wish to begin stitching yourself back together and remembering who you are, keep an eye out for places that harbor your memories. If they do not bring you peace, I at least believe they'll bring you clarity. Omen encouraged you to use your Gloom Dagger to uncover memories of your past scattered across Evanor. And so begin the side quests. I should probably take a look at my inventory and menu, see what I've got going on. Alright, so character, we're level 2. Don't think I can use these. That's the same level as what I already have, I guess. Accessories, we don't... Oh, we have that. Oh, we can change the look of our Gloom Dagger. Yes, please. I like it. This music is just absolutely stunning. I could spend hours just staring at the scenery. Ooh, landmark. Salvage Lane. Seeker Archives.
Do you have to hold the records? They are delicate, you see. Perhaps it would be sufficient if I simply read you any pertinent information. A new name for the histories.
Some cool voice design there. Thank goodness they took the time to cast and get us some cool voice acting. I feel like a lot of devs are skimping on the VO these days. I mean, I might be a little biased, but... We about to get some more cool scenery?
Warden Haas is stationed in Lower Skylight and knows the Highlands well. She'll know the location of the breach you're looking for.
Oh, man. Look at this place. Look at the birds in the distance, and you can just hear the water and the wind. I mean, again, the game is visually stunning, but it's got the sound to match, and that's key. The animations too, just everything fits, everything feels right.
Wayfinder. Well met, Wayfinder. Welcome back to the world. What's left of it. It's an ugly business. We're fighting the Shrikes for resources. And out beyond, you've got feral beasts and gloom-spawned monsters.
What's a Shrike?
You'll find out soon enough, I fear. Brigands and looters. Some of them half feral from drinking God's blood and other madness. Dangerous is what they are. But what's your business here?
Gotten any of that God's blood? I need to enter the Codex halls.
Looking for the breach. I'm no Wayfinder, but I know it. Head out past the foundry and through the ruined gate walls. Once you get to the swamp, look for the large gnarled tree and weathered steps. Be sure to bind your dagger to the signal fire here. You'll find them across the Highlands. Never miss an opportunity to forge a connection.
Why are signal fires important? Although I think we already know that.
Again, I'm no Wayfinder. I've heard they're connected to the beacon, and each connection strengthens its light. As a Wayfinder, you can instantly move between the fires. You'll find it a useful tool.
Careful.
Careful. Always.
On your way then. But we could use another blade out here. These gloom-touch beasts get more dangerous every day. And the Shrikes are even worse. Skylight needs supplies, and it's getting harder and harder to find them. I know you've got your mission, but if you can kill a worm or scare off some Shrikes, we need the help.
As a Wayfinder, you alone can chart a path through the gloom. But you possess powers and skills beyond those of the Watchers and Rangers, and we must all stand together if any of us are to survive. Many will ask for your help, and I hope you will assist those in need. But it's up to you to prioritize those requests and to use your time wisely. Right now, I need you to return to the Codex halls and get to the bottom of a mystery. We'll discuss it further once you're inside the ruins.
At Omen's direction, you traveled to Lower Skylight and located the local warden organizing the Seekers' efforts. Warden Haas has outlined the path to the Aurelian Breach. However, the warden is facing many challenges. If you have the time, she could surely use the help.
If you see Ruby, give her my best. The Watchers have spoken highly of the new quarters she built for them.
Okay. That seems safe.
Squash you like a bug.
Oh, dodge. Still trying to get used to some of these controls. Oh.
Wayfinder?
Kestrel.
Wayfinder,
One more time.
let's get down to business.
Let's. Wait, is that
Let's get down to business.
Is that Jennifer Hale? Don't mind me, just,
The strike stood for something once. Fleeced the great nations of the world, gave the common people hope. Shame on me for thinking a good thing might last. Let's get down to business.
I think that is. They spared no expense. I could just spend my whole time playing this via exploration. It's like a laser beam in the sky.
Shadow still defines the light. A lover.
We have some friends up ahead. I'm sure they're friendly. Nope. Oh, what is this?
Hold a moment. Before you enter, bind your blade to the signal fire nearby. This way you can easily return, should you need to. A previous expedition discovered unnatural deadly spiders in the shadows of Aurelian. Lord Halar believes these aren't spontaneous creations of the gloom. They're tied to the Silver Codex's work. Did the Codex somehow harness the gloom decades before the fall and use it to cause mutations? We need answers. Search for spiders and see what you can find.
How did you learn about these spiders?
You aren't the only Wayfinder. You'll meet the others eventually. Now go. There's work to be done.
Enter the gloom.